Well, I was asked the question, how do you clean your copper? Well, I'll give you some kind of basic idea. First of all, if you don't have one of these for opening up your canisters, you need to spend a couple bucks. It saves yourself a lot of trouble. Just down on the block. Crank that baby open. Get yourself some gloves. You don't want that black stuff staining your fingernails and getting under there. It looks nasty. Lovely black goo. This one isn't as clean as I was hoping it would be. I stick that in my pan here in the sink. Take you over and show you that mess. What I have here is a double pan system. I dump the copper in the little yellow rectangular. Any overflow goes into the orange pan that has holes in it that sifts it out. And I take old ice cream containers, my favorite, Blue Bunny, and I punch holes in the bottom. You can see in there, so I can put my copper in there and it'll sift out. But what I use here is these cheap plastic sifters that I got at Wally World, and this one seems to be the best one for what I need it for. Just cheap. You can give the others to your wife, she'll love you for it. I don't have a wife, so I love myself for it. Anyhow, I'll show you what's inside here. Ugh, look at that. Evil. Pure evil. And we're going to clean it up. I'll show you in a second. Alright. This back up here. I don't even know what's in here anymore. I can't remember. Nice soda. It's ponned. So, dump the copper in that yellow pan. Want to get your water temperature to a nice warm water. Not too hot, not too cold. About the same temperature that they came out of, as close as you can get. I'd rather have it a little warmer than a little colder. And you just rinse them off. Oh, this is a beauty. Alright, this is just a preliminary rinsing. Nice Pittsburgh soda. Champagne cider, Pittsburgh. John Ogden and Company. Number 187 First Street, Pittsburgh. Sweet. Nice little panel on there. Had it on the panel protector so it didn't take the marks off of it, even though there's really no marks on there. Just stain. But that's a preliminary cleaning. It's got a nice color to it. Almost an ice blue color. Not really an aqua. Alright. So anyhow, I take this mess here and I dump it in that yellow pan. Carefully so you don't have black stuff splashing all over everything. Then I clean my canisters. You see, I spent the money for the clear canisters because that's what I like, and you know, I'm one of them people. I either get what I really want or I don't get it at all, and save till I can get what I want. But I love them. It makes it a lot easier to know that your stopples are on all 3 points when they connect, and it just makes it a whole lot easier when you're putting the lids on and stuff to make sure it's right the first time. You don't want to make a mistake when you're doing a $6,000 bottle, especially when it's not yours. So anyhow, I clean up my canisters with a Scotch-Brite pad, Barkeeper's Friend, every time I use them. Every time. That's the only way to keep them nice, both the outside and the inside. You find that Barkeeper's Friend takes that black film right off. I'm not going to demonstrate right now, but I will get to that shortly. Anyway, I wanted to show you how I keep my copper looking half decent. So basically, take my sifter, and I have already dumped my copper in this yellow pan. Take a little bit out. You don't want to take too much or you'll break your handle off, it's heavy. And then I just dump it in the ice cream container. Take a little out. And some people don't even clean their copper. That's fine. You probably don't even have to if you really don't want to, but I don't like working with a mess. I was in the military quite a few years, and I was taught to keep my weapon extremely clean, and that's the way I like my copper. As clean as I can get it within reason. Sometimes it'll come out looking like brand new if you use brown fused 1200 grit and you get into a color of glass, sometimes green, emerald green. It'll make your copper come out looking like it's brand new, like it was never used. Well, you get the idea how I do it. Then these things will drain out. I can run water through them and pour them out. And then after I do that, rinse them good. See the water running out the bottom of it? After I drain them like that, I take them over here and I put them in a cat litter bucket that I saw my neighbor throw out for me. Thanks, Andy. He gave me a big pile of them suckers, and they come in handy. And then I just stack them. I just stack them on top of each other like that, and they drain out. And it keeps your copper decent. You don't have a big foamy mess laying around everywhere. Okay, here's some of the things here. I've been waiting to tumble for a long time. I really like this bottle for some reason. It's an Excelsior bottling company. They all say ABC on the bottom, but it's a honey amber Baltimore loop, which is different. It's unembossed other than that. Otherwise, I probably would have got a fortune for it by now. Here we got some bottles. Some of the junk come in here. Here's some decent ones. That one needs a little touch up on that bitters there. And we got up here a bunch of stuff I'll be selling at shops this year. Trying to get it cleaned up in time. I'm running out of time. It's not far from now. Coming up the third weekend of next month. There's some junk up there. A lot of crap I'll never get to. It's brought to you by Scotch-Brite, Blue, and Barkeeper's Friend. Thanks for watching.